I was ready to.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another What I Watched. Got quite a bit of stuff here to show you. I think I have like 19 things to talk about. Starting the first one, the first movie I watched that was on the 18th of January, I watched Mean Girls. Love this movie, haven't seen it in a long time, so I decided to revisit it. So, if you've seen any of these movies, let me know in the comments what you think of them. And then on the 25th, I watched Legally Blonde. Another movie I haven't seen in a long time again, so I decided to revisit it. Love that one. And then the next one that I watched that was on the 26th, I watched 40 Days and 40 Nights. It's pretty much about this main character. He's with his girlfriend and she decides to break up with him. So he's having like sex with all these other girls, so he decides, you know what, why not just go without no sex for 40 days and 40 nights. So he does that, then he ends up meeting this girl. And then she pretty much likes him and he likes her and all the stuff that goes on. This movie came out in 2001 and it's only an hour and 35 minutes. I highly recommend, if you have not checked this movie out, you guys go check it out. It's friggin' funny. And then on the 27th, I watched a movie I haven't seen, but I heard really good things about it. And that is The Money Pit. I didn't watch these other two movies on here yet, but I've only watched The Money Pit. It's pretty much about Tom Hanks and the woman's name, I can't remember her name. Oh, Shelley Long. They're pretty much living in this house and their ex-boyfriend's pretty much moving back to the house, so they have to go look for a house to live into. And they get this really nice house, but then when they get in there, there's all kinds of problems in the house and all stuff needs to be fixed. And it's a really funny movie. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to check out the other two on here. And this is a movie from the library that I watched. I watched on Wednesday and the 27th. I watched 4 movies that day. I watched one called Sing Street. It's pretty much about, it's based on a true story. It's pretty much about this guy right here. He doesn't have very many friends and stuff, so he meets this girl and he pretty much says he's in a band. So after he goes and tells her that, he runs to his friends, he's like, yeah, we need to start a band. So it's pretty much them starting a band in this movie, and it's really, really good. I really enjoyed this movie for what it was. It says from the writer of Once and Born Again. I'll have to be sure to check out those ones. Yeah. And then I watched this movie right here. This is called The Ranger, The Cook, and The Hole in the Sky. This has Sam Elliott and Jerry O'Connell. You pretty much know Jerry from movies like Kangaroo Jack. And Sam Elliott, I haven't really seen him in too many movies, but I know he's in a TV show that I watched called Grace and Frankie. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I think this was like a TV movie or something. But it come out from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, so this movie only runs 92 minutes, but it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was cool seeing a young Jerry O'Connell. And then what else did I watch? And then on that day I watched a movie I haven't seen in a long, long time because I decided to revisit it again. And it's The Adventures of Milo and Otis. This is such a good movie, such a good kids movie. If you have young kids, you should really get them to watch this movie because it's so awesome. I freaking love this movie. This movie came out in, I think, 86. It's only 75 minutes. But it's pretty much about their adventure and stuff. And I really like this movie. If you guys seen it, you guys know. And then we're moving on to Thursday. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry about that. I only showed you 3. I watched this movie that night too. That day. And this is the Batman and Superman movie. This was a pretty cool little animated movie. It only runs like 61 minutes. They came out in 1997. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This was really good. Okay, now we're gonna get to the one I was gonna get to on Thursday. I watched the first one. I watched Teen Wolf. I think I've seen his bits and pieces like a long time ago, but I can't quite remember it too much. But after watching it, I loved it. I heard the second one's not very good, so I probably won't even bother watching that one. But if you don't know, Teen Wolf is pretty much about Michael J. Fox. He pretty much turns into the wolf. And it's just like there's certain times he doesn't want to be turned to the wolf, and it's really funny. It's really funny. Like there's one time when he's there, he's about to turn to the wolf, and the principal's like in the bathroom with him and stuff, and he was like pretty much like telling him to like show his hands to him because he thought he was like writing stuff on with a marker. And then once he leaves, he finds like a long hair in the sink. So I really like this movie, and when he turns into the wolf, he pretty much like is a really good basketball player. So everyone wants him to stay as the wolf. Like I said, I probably won't even bother watching the second one. What else did I watch? And on Friday the 29th, I watched 3 movies that day. And the first one I watched was Birth of a Nation. This is a really good movie. This was a movie that came out a long time ago. Not this one, but the original one came out in 1915. It's a song movie. I think it's actually on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. But this is pretty much about like slavery and stuff. And I don't know what year this... I think this came out in 2016. But yeah, I haven't ever seen the original one because it's silent, and I'm not really a fan of silent movies. So if you guys are into that, go check it out. And then go watch this one. This was really good. I really enjoyed this one. I think it's almost 2 hours. I think it's like a minute from 2 hours. And then I'm really happy to have this one because someone gave this movie to me in a big pile of movies, and I remember always seeing the cover. I always wanted to see it. This is called Back to the Beach. This was such a good movie. The only thing that I didn't really care for too much is Pee Wee Herman was only like in the movie like in the hour mark. He actually showed up in the movie. But yeah, it's pretty much about these guys. We're supposed to go on vacation, then they go to this beach because they want to go see their daughter. And their daughter is played by Lori Loughlin. So I'll tell you one thing, Lori Loughlin has not... That's one woman that will never change her looks. She could be like really old and still look hot. But yeah, they're pretty much going there, and then they end up running into old friends and stuff. So it's all the stuff that happens in this movie. I really like it. I would watch this again. What else did we watch? Or what did I watch? And then I watched this John Wayne movie. This was really good. I'm recently new at watching John Wayne movies, and I'm actually liking his stuff. This movie came out in, I think, in the 50s. Of course, it doesn't say. Oh, or wait a minute, not 50. 1934. It's 52 minutes. So, really good one right there. What else we got here? Okay. And then on the 30th, I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I watched 7 movies that day. Okay. And then the first one I watched was John Wayne. I watched Desert Trail. That one is from 1935 and it's 55 minutes. And then I watched The Lucky Texan. That one's 52 minutes, and that came out in 1935. I pretty much almost had like a John Wayne Day yesterday. And then I watched Rainbow Valley. That's another one I watched on here. So that was a pretty good one. And then going to a different movie. I watched this movie. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I decided to watch it again. And that is Teeth. This is a really weird movie. It's pretty much about this woman that has teeth down below. So it's all the stuff that happens in this movie. It's supposed to be like a horror, but it's like it's a horror comedy. That's what they claim. It's a horror comedy. But if you guys want to have a good laugh in this movie, be sure to check it out. And then I watched Tex Terror. Off here, another John Wayne movie. That one was from 1935 and it was 52 minutes. This is a pretty good DVD set, but not the best quality. But you know, these movies are super old, so you can't be too fussy when you watch them. And the last movie that I watched last night, and that was a movie I haven't seen in a long time, and I watched it and I couldn't quite remember it too much, but I used to watch this one all the time, and that's Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. This movie came out in 2001, it's 82 minutes. It's pretty much about Jimmy Neutron and his friends, like pretty much his whole block. All the parents are pretty much abducted by aliens. So it's pretty much them going and saving them. It's such a good movie. So that's everything I have to show in this video. If you guys like it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Fam Nation, and I'll check you next one, and peace.